Yeah, and the military comes in and kicks them out.
Wait, kicks out the owners of the house.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This is depressing as hell. How do you like read this stuff all day and like not like cry yourself to sleep at night?
I'm motivated by the change that I might actually create in this world by educating one extra person.
I'm not gonna lie, this is fucking me up.
Holy, that is so crazy. Israel also, oh, good luck explaining this. This is too much. This is too brain breaking.
What is that? Is it a TV show?
Oh, how do I describe
Wait, have you ever been to Israel?
Fuck no. Are you kidding me?
Wait, do you think they know who you are?
I don't know.
Let's hope not.
I'm not willing to find out. Anyway, this is Meir Ben Shitrit. Okay, that's his name. Israel has a concentration camp, many concentration camps, but one specifically called Sde Teiman. This is a concentration camp where Israel goes into Gaza and fucking packs up all these people, undresses them, literally makes them sit around in their underwears and say, these are all the terrorists, la, la, la. Then we find out they're like fucking nurses and doctors and shit, but it doesn't matter. It's besides the point. They pack them up. They put them inside. They put them on trucks. They fucking hog tie them. Okay. And they ship them to this concentration camp where they torture them. Okay.
Hold
on. Relentless.
Israel's doing this?
Israel's doing this. Yes.
The Jews.
Well, Israel's doing it. It's not the Jews doing
Jewish
it.
people, right?
No, it's not.
They're not.
This. So one thing you have to understand is that like
a difference.
There is a major difference because like what Saudi Arabia does is not about Islam. You know, it's not like ISIS is doing what they're doing for Islam. You know what I mean? I'm Muslim. I don't fuck with those guys. I don't fuck with either of those guys. You know what I mean?
But isn't Zionism? I'm so confused.
It's understandable that you're confused in this circumstance because like
so Israel's not Jewish.
The Nazis who hate Israel or love Israel, doesn't matter, that believe that Israel must exist or believe that Israel must go away and that Jews control the media or whatever, like both the Nazis and also Israel and Kanye, and also Israel itself claims that Israel is doing this for Judaism. And that if you criticize Israel, like I'm doing right now, I'm an anti-Semitic person. So because of that reason, a lot of people like yourself get confused. You're like, what the fuck? So the Jews are doing this? No. These people are not doing this for Judaism. Obviously, yes, the military is by and large Jewish. There's some Druze people, there's some Arabs, whatever, but like they're not doing this for Judaism.
So but they're using it as a veil.
They're using that as a defense mechanism. They're using that as a defense mechanism in the West to propagandize their position, to be like, no, you don't understand. We're doing this for Judaism. All Jews care about this. They only care about this.
Got it.
Except for the Jews that are anti-Zionist. Many of them are in this community. They call them anti-Semitic and call them terrorists. But that's besides the point. They're doing this for, they're doing this for...
Bro, this is like multi-layered and extremely complicated, and I'm kind of scared.
It's actually not. It's very black and white when you think about it. But like, obviously, I'm trying to give you as much information as possible on the back end so that you at least are
a little bit... Kanye was wrong then.
Kanye is still wrong, yes. He loves Hitler, he said. That's fucking insane.
He said that?
Yeah, he did. He said he loves Adolf Hitler, straight up. So...
Why would he say that?
Because he was in the throes of like a fucking manic, he's bipolar, bro.
I bet you.
What?
I bet you. Kanye takes a lot of amphetamines and it burned his brain out.
Probably. If I explain to this man Israelis come extraction brigade, his mind will explode. Israel has a unit.
What did you just say?
Israel has a unit that harvests the sperm of the soldiers in case of their untimely demise. This is called the Goon Platoon. That's what I like to call it.
Dude, what is going on?
It seems weird, right? This is what happens when you, much like the Nazis, in an identical capacity, have this insane religious and ethnic superiority complex and want to build an ethno-state. This is the type of weird shit that you engage in. It's called eugenics.
I know about that. Wait, so what about their sperm? They take the sperm from the sack when they die?
She thinks it's just another rocket attack.
I repeat, this is not a joke. This is the Israeli state itself posted this video.
But a gripping fear prickles through Shiley's entire body, and it's outside their bedroom window. Her husband, Yahav, fights the danger as Shiley runs, leaving everything behind to protect their baby, Shaya. She hides from the terrorist hunting her for 27 hours, terrified, praying that the love of her life will survive. She clings to hope that she won't need to raise their newborn alone. 4 days later, her heart shatters. She hugs Shaya tightly and knows she must fulfill Yahav's dream to create more life. So Shiley puts out a call for the unthinkable, to retrieve his seed and be able to continue growing their family. She's in her own war against time, and the crowd leaps into action to complete her desperate mission. But it's too late. Shiley did everything she could to save her family. We still have time to save ours.
Yeah. So
I don't understand.
home extraction. They shove a cattle prod up the butt of the deceased, or I guess they take it directly from the ball sack if they have the opportunity to do so. They have limited time.
Of like a dead soldier?
Yeah.
So
don't ask me why they don't just nut in a fucking cup beforehand. I don't know why they don't just do that. I feel like that's a way more efficient process if you really, really, really need to ensure that you're.
And Israel put this on the internet?
Yeah.
And they thought this was okay?
Yeah, and they did it in English. When Israel does propaganda in English, know that it's actually intended for the American and the Western audience.
Why would this make them look good?
They're insane, dog. That's it.
Okay.
It's the same shit as Nazis. Like, they were insane and they did a lot of insane shit. And when you look at it in hindsight, you're like, why the fuck did they think this was appropriate? I don't know. Like, Hitler literally was like looking to find, I don't know, Santa Claus or some shit. Why was he doing that? You know, they were trying to do like excavations to find like mythical swords that would help them. Why? Because they're insane.
Oh my God. And they have power and they're crazy.
Yeah. That's why I always explain it as like, imagine if like, you know, in a parallel universe, like what would have happened if America went to war alongside the Nazis instead of against the Nazis? Well, you don't need to imagine what it would look like. This is happening right now. Now, of course, if you are to ever use that comparison or that analogy, people will call you out and they will say you're anti-Semitic. So if you don't have all this information,
what anti-Semitic means, what exactly?
It means you hate Jews.
But you just said it wasn't about the Jews.
It doesn't matter. Most people still will, out in the wild, most people still operate on the boundaries of like, oh no, Israel's the Jewish state. Of course, they're doing this for the Jews and all Jews actually care about Israel, yada, yada, yada. That's not the case, but that's how propaganda works. A lot of people still think that this is like the way it works. So for that reason, I'm just letting you know, they will call you anti-Semitic. You shouldn't fucking say a lot of the things I'm saying.
Keep in mind.
Unless you know all of the information.
I'm not going to repeat what you're saying
up.
because I'm so fucking confused because I don't know what's going on. But number two, I don't really give a fuck of what people say about me in general because I just don't care. Like, listen, I do things that you probably don't like.
Yeah.
Like we took that fucking Saudi deal.
You did?
Oh yeah, me and XQC both.
Oh, no. Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. I needed the money.
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
I'm so confused. What is
اسأل أصحاب الفخامة والمعالي واسألوا عن الحشود العسكرية يوم سيطرنا على الخوبة بآلي ما نبالي بالهمر والمدفعية ما نبالي واجعلوها حرب كبرى عالمية حمي قلبي الجرم والأوالي والله إن عيشنا يحرم عليا.
This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example, Chris Brown dancing. You know?
No. They do like
do
musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their actions all the time, and they love walking over. They love walking over like the American flag and the Israeli flag side by side. They will always like march on it. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. He's saying they do not care about the heavy missiles. Like they will literally take the war to them no matter what. It's an act of for them, it's an act of resistance. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Oh my God. Oh man. You know what? I also took a McDonald's sponsor and I drink Starbucks. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
Good job.
I'm sorry, Hasan.
Are you proud of yourself?
I scabbed too.
Okay, stop.
I'm sorry, Hasan.
Stop.
And I like feet. But I'm a nice guy though.
That's the least consequential part of this. You liking feet is the most normal thing that you've said so far.
Oh no. Chat, I'm sorry, guys.
You're not sorry.
I'm
You
not.
don't give a shit.
You want? Wait,
But you're more knowledgeable now. You are now equipped with the knowledge that this is
Can I be
wrong.
honest for a second?
What?
I'm afraid of having to get a 9 to 5. I got to make as much money as I can. I won't exist in the 9 to 5 world. I get canceled or like, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. I'm
Nick,
sorry.
Israel defends themselves by saying and making Americans repeat that if you hate Israel, you're anti-Semitic, which is to scare anti-Israel people like you and me, not to say anything bad about Israel under the veil, that if you hate Israel, you hate the Jews.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Well, it takes a lot of effort to hate though,
I agree.
Yeah. Man, there's
For some people, it comes easy, though,
really?
Yeah. Some countries make it easy, to be honest.
I'm just so busy that like, I don't really have time to be like,
Yeah, too busy fucking getting McDonald's sponsorships.
Yeah.
Oh, God, we haven't even talked about the rape riots yet.
pardon? The what?
So Israel has a concentration camp called Sde Taiman.
Yes, you
they're
told me about it.
apprehending. They're mass apprehending Palestinians and putting them there, and then like releasing them back into Gaza after 2 weeks of like torturing them. We find out in those concentration camps that they're raping them. Some of them are getting raped to death. They're literally raping them with like electric pods and batons and raping them to death. And these are innocent people. These are innocent Palestinians, but they're calling them terrorists. Everyone, if you call someone a terrorist, you can do whatever the fuck you want to them in the eyes of Israel, right? So what ends up happening is, because there's an ICC court case on Israel for war crimes, basically there is a principle called complementarity. What complementarity means is that if the country's a democratic Western-backed nation, they have their own internal processes where they look through the war crimes and they actually prosecute them. So no other outside group has to prosecute for them, right? That's why, like, remember what we did with the fucking aid ship or the aid port that never worked?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the similar principle of like, oh, well, we're prosecuting ourselves. Don't prosecute us, please.
Right.
We're investigating ourselves. We're a nation of laws. That's what Israel says. So basically, the Israeli government takes 9 of these concentration camp guards and says, you guys are the head rapists. You've done too many rapes. You've killed too many people by raping them. We have to prosecute you.
Was it 9 random guards?
I don't think it was 9 random guards. I think they were like literally on camera doing the raping. There was footage of it. So
Why was it recorded? That's crazy.
there's cameras everywhere. It's a concentration camp. So basically, what ends up happening?
Wait, did you see the footage?
I saw some parts of the.
Was it blurred out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, they have to do an internal investigation. Otherwise, they're going to be like. Otherwise, people can be like, "Well, you're not even investigating this shit. The fuck? Boom! Another war crime on the docket, right?" So Israel arrests these 9 guys. They detain them.
Mm-hmm.
But the Israeli society gets very mad. They're like, "How dare you detain these guys?" Israel, the Knesset, which is the like their parliament, right? That's called Knesset, is actually out on holiday, right? Summer holiday. They hold an emergency meeting, specifically on the fate of these 9 detained concentration camp guards. Now I'll show you. I think this is. Does chat have the parliament meeting? If you can link it to me, I want to show him what the person said.
Can I grab a drink?
Yeah. Can you give me a Diet Coke as well?
Yes.
Did Nick volunteer to learn this stuff on his own? He did. He just came in and
I might.
Thank you.
Chad, I might not know a lot about this stuff, but don't get it wrong. Like, this stuff fascinates me and I love to learn about it. Like, I'm really I like World War II and I'm like a big fan of serial killers. That was probably not the best phrase of that, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's Israel is behaving like a World War II villain and also behaving like serial killers. Here is the meeting.
Okay.
In the Knesset.
Yep.
Okay. Where one of the parliamentary like officials from the Ta'al party, minister of the Knesset, Ahmad Tibi, says, to insert a stick in a person's rectum, is that legitimate? Here is how the person, the Knesset member, from Benjamin Netanyahu, remember him?
Yeah, the guy in charge.
From his party, here's how he retaliates.
אבל יש אירוע כרגע בשדה תימן שמשטרה צבאית הגיעו לעצור חיילים ששמרו על מחבלי נוח'בה. והחיילים בשדה תימן, מתקן מעצר של מחבלי נוח'בה, ומשטרה צבאית שם הגיעה לעצור כמה לוחמים שם שכנראה בגלל איזה שהם טענות של יחס למחבלי נוח'בה, ויש שם אירוע של התבצרות וכולי. הטרלול שהמדינה שלנו נכנסת אליו סביב הסיפור הזה הוא מטורף וצריך להפסיק אותו, ואני חושב שצריך פה לתת דוגמה אישית, ואני אומר עכשיו, ואני קורא לחברי הקואליציה לעשות כמוני, אני קם ואני יוצא מפה, ואני לא הולך להצביע יותר על שום דבר, עד שהסיפור הזה והטרלול הזה, שיש מי שבפרקליטות חושב שאפשר לבוא ולעצור חיילים על דברים שעושים למחבלי נוח'בה, לא...
This man is saying he's outraged. He's outraged. Why is he outraged? Not because it came out that his soldiers are raping Palestinian prisoners to death. He's outraged that those people are being prosecuted and detained.
Yeah.
But it doesn't end
נגמר.
there.
אוקיי? ואני מאוד מבקש, ואני חושב שחבריי בקואליציה טוב יעשו, אם יעשו כמוני. אנחנו לא יכולים להמשיך כרגיל.
להכניס מקל לרקטום של בן אדם, זה לגיטימי?
כן, אם הוא נוח'בה, הכל לגיטימי לעשות לו. הכל.
He goes, yes, it's legitimate. You can do anything you want to them. Okay? So he's a pro-rape
But
advocate.
you said
but
they weren't even terrorists. They're just people.
Yeah, they're just regular old people, but they call them terrorists. They call them Nukba, which is like the elite group of terrorists,
Hasan,
right?
This is insane.
Yeah, of course it's insane. I know. And you know what's really interesting? I don't fault you for not knowing anything about this because the American media did not even cover it, because what happens after this is even more insane. It got crazier. So they detained the 9 guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember January 6th? Where some of our bravest patriots stormed the halls of Congress?
Like fucking Squeaks and Senna. Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Israel has its own January 6th moment where they storm the detention center and the facility where the 9 guards are being detained with guns. They go in and they're like, you are going to release these rapists. It is a pro-rape riot. The pro-rape riot is attended by members of the Israeli Knesset. It's all over the news. They're like, no, we want this to happen. We want them to keep doing the rapes. There is like a rabbi that comes out and is like, it's legitimate, like to do that.
Okay.
So
wait, can I ask you a question?
What?
And this might sound stupid.
Okay.
But why do they have to rape?
I don't know.
Why do they have to rape? I don't understand.
It's ritualistic and systematized humiliation of the enemy. That's what it is. The enemy is not human. They are less than human. They are subhuman, and they are a scourge, and that they must be dealt with in incredibly violent means. Rape is a deterrent in this circumstance.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know it's insane, bro. That's what happens. That's why I'm saying it's fucking fascist. This is Nazi shit. That's why I will always say it. Like, this is some Nazi shit. Anyway.
I can tell you most of my friends don't even know that this is going on.
Of course they don't. Even people who are like knowledgeable on the matter, who like pay attention to this stuff, if they're only getting their fucking resources from CNN, will never know this shit because CNN doesn't cover it. Because if they covered it, oh my God, Americans would be like, what the fuck do you mean they did a pro-rape riot?
You know what's funny? You're the streamer I watch the most.
Yeah.
But when I realized that when you're on my monitor,
yeah,
I'm not actually listening to a word you say. I'm just looking at you talking. I listen to you all the time. I watch you almost every day.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm not even listening to what you're saying or comprehending it.
That's not good.
I just like the way that you're like moving around and shit. Because this is all new to me. This is like the first time I'm locked in and I'm paying attention.
Okay. Well, I hope this is instructive and informative.
I'm not going to lie. I'm fucking scared.
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
This is horrifying. Like the things you're telling me is straight up fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
You know, I thought ERP was bad.
So, yeah. So here's the pro-rape riot. There are lawmakers in the riot. They attacked the base in protest of the Israeli military police, detaining 9 soldiers suspected of sexually assaulting a prisoner.
And who are these people here? Exactly.
These are just like Israeli society members.
It's like citizens.
Members of the parliament, like the Israeli Knesset. Lawmakers are leading the charge. It's like fucking if January 6th was being done by, like prominent members of the Republican Party, which it was, but like not really prominent members of the Republican Party, but if they were like actively leading the charge, like Derek
my
Evans,
God.
who made it into the Capitol only to have his political career cut short by that mistake.
This is all insane, man.
So,
There's so much more to life than like, why is everyone fighting? What can't we just?
but hold
some
on,
Whataburger.
hold on.
Yeah,
The pro-rate riots succeed.
they break them out.
They break them out, but it doesn't end there. Not only do they break them out,
They don't go back to raping, do they?
Here we go. Here we have
Yeah,
Meir Ben Shitrit,
yeah.
the prominent rapist, okay? The number one rapist. Why do we know who he is? That's because he puts a balaclava on his head, okay? Like a mask to hide his identity,
Right.
and goes on national television to defend his rape. He's like, well, I have every right to do this. You know, they deserve it. He's the top rapist, right? At the heart of this entire story. Then he unmasks himself voluntarily. And then Israeli national television turns him into a TV a TV star. Now, Maya Force fighter Meir Ben Shitrit, who was investigated on suspicion of rape, no less, is coming tonight to open everything about the Sidei Yemen affair, or Sidei Teiman affair.
מאיר בן שטרית שהתמודד עם הנוח'בות בשדה תימן ועכשיו מתמודד עם האשמות קשות וכולנו רוצים לשמוע מה יש לו להגיד וגם יהיה, תגיד לי, לאן אתה עומד ככה?
He looks like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Is that him again?
Yeah, the top Israeli rabbi blessed the soldier accused of the rape, by the way.
Wait a minute. Why do people keep saying accused? Wasn't it just defend?
Well, they're using you know, they have to say allegation because the court process never went through.
Well, I mean, okay.
Yeah, here is in June 2023, while in reserve duty in the West Bank, why can't we go into the Negev with machine guns? Why can't we go in with mag machine guns? Why can't we go in with the holding force of a grenade launcher, such as the place of a terrorist? 2 days ago, all these terrorists were standing there, 150 to 200 armed terrorists. Why don't we get 3 to 4 attack helicopters up in the sky and spray everyone? He posted this. He also posted, his defense, or in many instances talked about like what he was doing. Here's Ben Shitrit, who is settlement adjacent to Hebron. He's a settler too. There's a different designation for like the most insane aspects of Israeli society, because like you have people living in like Tel Aviv and Israel proper, okay? And then you have people living in the West Bank. The people living in the West Bank are the most insane because they are the most loyal soldiers of Zionism. They're basically the most insane. They're like, no, we have to live here so that we can take over this land and eventually. And the Israeli government has basically allowed them to do that and have actually urged them to do that, right? Here's a really famous, prominent example. This man right here, Jacob, from, I believe, Brooklyn or Long Island, is a fantastic example of how the settler process works. This is in East Jerusalem, which is occupied by Israel, but there are a lot of historic Palestinian homes there. This is one of those historic Palestinian homes. Jacob flew in from Long Island to come to East Jerusalem and basically took over someone's house, literally.
You are stealing my house.
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
No one is allowed to steal it, ya ammi.
This guy definitely has a Reddit account.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob, you know this is not your house.
Yes, but if I go, you don't go back. So what's the problem? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do this. I didn't do this.
But
It's easy to yell at me, but I didn't do this.
You are stealing my house.
So he just came from America to steal someone's house?
Yeah. They do it all the time.
I mean, did he get the house?
I think they did. I think he did, yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they've been doing this nonstop.
So they take somebody else's house?
Yeah. Yeah, and the military comes in and kicks them out.
Wait, kicks out the owners of the house?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This is depressing as hell.
If you were to, like, for example, sometimes in the media, they'll be like, an anti-Semitic incident occurred in a fucking Jewish community center the other week, where anti-Semitic protesters attacked Jewish people that were quietly congregating. And then you look into it, and you look into the fucking incident, and it turns out it's actually an auction. An auction for what, you might ask? An auction for houses. Houses where? Houses in the West Bank that Palestinians are occupying. In the United States of America, we have auctions for real estate of homes that do not belong to the people that are selling them. And when people go and protest those auctions, the American media says anti-Semitism.
Oh my God. It's all just fried, dude. How do you like read this stuff all day and like not like cry yourself to sleep at night? This is fucking horrible.
I'm motivated. I'm motivated by the change that I might actually create in this world by educating one extra person, whether it's you or thousands of others that watch, that learn what the truth actually is, and change their minds, and then go out and protest, go out and spread the truth to other people. That's why I do it. And I've been doing this for, especially this, like this is an issue that I've spoken about for years at this point, 10 fucking years professionally in public life. I've spoken out against Israel's actions because like a lot of people only became more knowledgeable of like the stuff that Israel was doing after October 7.
Oh,
but this has been ongoing. This video is from fucking 3 years ago.
By the way, I'm an example of this because I always thought Israel were the homies.
Yeah.
That's kind of how there was Peyton as me as an average guy from Michigan who just went to college.
Yeah.
So that's the picture that was kind of painted to me growing up.
So as someone who's been doing this for years and years and years, I never thought that there would be this much outward support for Palestinians, because 5-6 years ago, when I said stuff like this, people would be like, you're anti-Semitic. You're the most anti-Semitic person I've ever seen. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can I have a random question?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about this.
What is it?
Again, this has nothing to do with, what was the deal with like the Jewish people in the sewers in New York? Is it like this? Is it all correlated, or is that just something different?
No.
Okay. It's
that
different.
Is so
like remember that mattress with the blood on it? Like what was that?
Remember when I told you like there's like different sects of Judaism? There's
okay.
like,
I'm not trying to be racist.
Are you Christian? You're Christian, right?
What?
You're technically Christian, right?
Okay.
Would you say you're Christian? No, like you're.
I'm whatever gets me the least amount of hate.
Okay. There's a reason why I'm asking you this question.
Yeah,
your mom's Christian. You grew up Christian, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every other religion is exactly like that. It's like a broad range of people who like are, not really committed believers, all the way to like the most committed fundamentalists, like as we call them. So under Judaism, there's a concept called like Orthodox Jews. This was
with the hats.
Yes.
And the
Orthodox
hair.
Jews, but Orthodox Jews also have like different sects inside of Orthodox Judaism. Like you have the Neturei Karta that is actually committed anti-Zionist, but they still wear the hats. And then you have other kinds of like Haredi or ultra Orthodox populations in America and in Israel as well that are really, really involved in the settlement part. Okay. Yaakov probably is an Orthodox Jew, it seems. So,
and they have to go in the sewers?
No.
Okay.
The sewers was one specific sect of like very religious Jews,
right?
That simply wanted to expand underneath the Chabad. Like they just literally wanted to. I think the ultimate goal was like to connect like two different buildings.
Okay.
That they own.
Look at this guy.
What's up, dude? You look hot.
Yeah. You look great, man. Yeah, it makes me excited seeing you walk in.
No, basically they just wanted to expand. They wanted to expand from one building and connect it to the other.
Did they ever explain the mattress with the blood on it?
I don't think so, but it's just a dirty mattress, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but in a basement.
Anything. Like I don't.
Okay, but if it's Ted Bundy's basement or Jeffrey Dahmer's,
like,
you know what happened.
But they're not. Okay. I don't think they were like doing.
I'm just I watched a lot of serial killer stuff. The mattress was sus and it scared me. So I will never be going to the sewers in New York after seeing that.
It was literally, it's like, I don't know what the fucking mattress was about, but it's like a shit stained mattress is like one of the most common things you can find in the New York sewers.
Okay. I've never been there. I don't know what was going on there, but I'm not going to go down there. That's not meant for me.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to be above ground.
But it was ultimately a building dispute that was supposed to be internally dealt with.
Yeah.
As in, what's up? Okay. Well, all right. Well, I don't know. I can't talk about that right now.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of explaining very important subjects to our friend here who's learning about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict from the perspective of like not knowing anything.
Awesome. I'm not gonna lie, this is fucking me up. This is fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah.
This
What's
is
gonna fuck you
horrible.
up is the top of the hour ad break coming for you, by the way, chat. As long as you as long as you're not subscribed, you will see a 3-minute ad break right now, which is gonna fuck you up even further. So if you're strapped up and buckled in and enjoying the show, subscribe.
Oh man, dude. I don't want to be that guy, Hasan, because I've listened to everything you say. And I'm not trying to, ruffle any feathers, but there's always two sides of the story. How close to the truth are you? Like, be honest.
Am I giving you information that is from reliable news sources?
I don't know. I'm so stupid. I don't know.
Okay. Fair question.
Like, would an unbiased person disagree with what you're saying?
A person that understands the truth would not, but
Okay.
But as you also correctly said about your own personal background,
Yeah.
to put it simply,
Yeah.
Israel is our homies. And that's the way that you thought about the situation until this very moment, right?
Well, until I talked to Caroline, but yeah.
Yeah, but Israel is our homies. So ultimately, I guess the question
I'm unbiased,
is,
so like, if you,
I guess
you
the
show me
question
this,
to
yeah.
ask you is
What do you
this,
think,
right? Like, was there two sides to slavery?
I don't know. But
No, there were people that were defending slavery. That were making it seem like, no, this is totally sick. That's the entire purpose of racism to begin with. White supremacy was a justification to continue the enslavement and capture and trade of like African men and women.
well, I'm here because of that.
Okay, but that's not both sides of the fucking. Like, there's always going to be people who try and rationalize horrifying actions. That does not.
Oh,
mean
I'm not
that
rationalizing. I'm just saying, like,
What
I'm against it, but at the
what
same time,
what
like,
I need individuals like yourself to
yeah,
do
yeah,
is to look at this information and go, even if this is untrue, seek it out and corroborate.
yeah.
Look at trusted resources and exercise some critical thinking. Make up
Yeah.
your own mind. You know?
I don't. Okay, you want to hear a bad take?
But, oh, God.
I think some people, myself included, are like too stupid to think. I'm just not smart enough to figure it out myself, especially something like this. I'm just not. I can do tech with computers and I can do all this sort of stuff, and
I disagree.
this shit's all above my pay grade, man.
I mean, but I disagree. You literally have made up your mind already.
Because you hand fed it to me. Honestly,
I know, but that's my
how many
job.
how many people have access, like direct access to someone like you? Not many.
That's my goal. That's why I want to reach out and hope that people will be as charitable as you are.
Yeah, but he's answering like all my questions, chat. Like everything I can type in chat, right?
But here's the thing.
You won't be able to get this sort of one-on-one.
No,
like,
but
you know?
that's what I try to do. And that's the problem, because
I see you get
there
stun locked and you fight
are
people.
a lot
but
of people
yeah.
like you,
Yeah.
but then a lot of other people with nefarious purpose
Yeah.
make it seem like they're asking genuine questions
Oh.
in an effort to fucking lock my shit up and get me stun locked and have me respond
you
to
do
them.
stun locked though.
I do.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I do respond to most people. People always say, Hasan, why are you fucking repeat yourself all the goddamn time? It's because it's instructive for many people who are just tuning in, who haven't been paying attention. I've answered all the questions I answered for you
Yeah.
a million times over for many chatters over the course of the past 12 months. And I will forever continue
You know what?
answering these questions
Maybe it's-
because
yeah.
I want to educate people. So that's one.
Maybe it's the willingness to want to learn.
Yes,
That's the key.
exactly. Charitability is the key here.
Yeah.
But because of what you just said, if more people have access to a person like you, if they listen to you, then that's scary. That's scary for a lot of people. That's why instead of addressing the things that I'm saying, most people on the opposite side, for one reason or another, don't actually tackle the arguments that I'm ever making. They try to hit me directly and say, he's a rich socialist and a hypocrite. Don't listen to him. And a lot of people, just like you admitted, are too stupid to be like, wait a minute, maybe they're just saying that because he's saying a bunch of stuff that they disagree with. But they're too stupid to fucking recognize that is precisely what's happening. So instead of tackling the argument, they try to attack the person making the argument. It's a much more effective way of like having this broad-reaching counter propaganda initiative.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Someone in the chat said something that I agree with as well.
What?
Most people are not stupid; they're just subdued.
I really?
Yes, bro. Most people are intellectually curious. The issue is a lot of the outlets, like a lot of the trusted resources on stuff like this that is clear cut in stone, that directly aligns with like the American State Department interests, are going to lead you astray. That's the problem. So I usually don't fault every single person. As long as they are genuinely curious, as long as they are charitable and are willing to learn, I will always fucking sit there and I will talk about this endlessly, as I have done with you.
Got it.
God damn, dude. Holy shit.